Welcome back to Two Brothers Sports Podcast presented by RambleOnSports.com. It is Friday, November 10th. We are on NFL Week 10, College Football Week 11. We've got Sean and Max back as we always do. We've got a lot to catch up on, a good college football slate, and we've got our picks for NFL and college as always. So let's just get right into it. We got the Bears Panthers tonight. So we are trying to get Max out of here at a good time so he can enjoy his Bears Panthers game. He might be the only person in America who will enjoy this game. But as we are degenerates, we will always be enjoying every Thursday, Sunday, Saturday, Monday. Football's on. You even get some action in there, which I know we haven't been doing a lot of, but essentially football pretty much damn near every day going forward. So let's get into it. Max, how we feeling?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how to feel. Obviously, we still have Tyson Bagent still back there. He's played solid and has kind of kept us somewhat in, and then he'll just throw a pick. So he's very bad. I heard Big Cat say it. He is super good for the first three quarters. Not super good. He's good for the first three quarters, and then just shits the bed in the fourth.
He
Um,
should switch with Kenny Pickett because he's ass in the first three quarters and pretty good in the fourth.
Same with Jordan Love. Yeah.
Yeah. So struggling with that right now, but I think we still have a solid run game. The O line is slowly getting better and better each game. I'm expecting a Montez Sweat sack tonight, get his first sack as a Bear, just because of that. Carolina offenses, they do have a good O line. It's not bad at all, but I think we're just going to keep the pressure on. We win. Don't know how much, but I think we'll pull it out. I'm wearing my lucky poncho. Last time I wore it was on a Thursday night against the commies, and we beat the fuck out of them. So can't use this good luck charm too much, but right now on a Thursday when we need the Panthers to fucking keep that top three pick for us, I'm wearing it. So I'm excited. It'll be fun. It's going to be close. It's going to be a shitty game, but it's going to be a shitty close game.
Oh, this is how these always go. Like the shittiest one on paper ends up just being really fun because football's fun. Like last, take out. I know it's like Steelers Titans probably wasn't very fun for most people to watch. Like, yeah, it was a good game, but it's just enough to where they're like kind of competitive. That like not a lot of fluky stuff happens, just a lot of punts and things like that. Like, there's gonna be some fun fuck shit in this game, and I'm excited to watch. Also, a little
Yeah.
clean shaven next too. You look good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, little mustache Movember or whatever. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. Yeah, I mean, you look at it, I don't know, there's a lot more to the game. Like you said, Max, the draft pick. There is some incentive for the Bears to win this. And, I think a tie, I guess, would be like a perfect scenario if you're really thinking about it. But yeah, just burying the Panthers, letting them just tank for the year. And then, um, you know, I was just listening to Mike Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser on PTI, and Wilbon was just like, all right, like let's get this win with one of the picks. Let's get Marvin Harrison with the other one. Let's get that left tackle from Penn State, and let's just give Fields all the weapons that we possibly can. Worst case, Fields ends up sucking with those weapons. At least you're in a position next year or maybe the year after to get a QB to replace that, but at least give him everything you can before you completely rule it out. So, um, yeah.
I still want Jared Verse. I think it's Jared, right? From FSU.
FSU. Yeah. Get back to that good old that gridiron, or what was it, the Midwest gridiron boys, or what is the
Also the Midway
Chicago
dudes.
Sack.
Monsters of the Midway. Monsters of the Midway. Thank you. Monsters of the Midway. Thank you. That's what I was trying to think of what it was.
Boys.
No, but yeah, I'm excited for that game. Also, anyone, I mean, not going to be listening, but Cole Kmet, definitely hope everyone played his props. I feel like he's going to have himself a nice little day. He's proven to be Badgent's, kind of blanket security. So other than that, I'm just hoping the Bears get a win and we get some points.
Yeah, me too. Excited, but more excited for these games. No, I'm not more excited, but I'm more excited to bet on these games. I don't like betting on the Bears games, but I do it
Yeah.
anyway. This weekend, it's got some sneaky good slates, honestly.
Yeah. I actually got lucky, and I guess maybe it's just the gambling god saying, "Hey, Sam, don't bet on the Packers. We can give you wins if you don't bet on them." And so got that win this weekend, much needed, uh, albeit a very ugly win against a shitty offensive Rams performance. But I'm with you there. Definitely looking forward to this gambling slate, and we'll get into it. We'll get into college first, but I know we've got two matchups here. We got two teams here matching up on Sunday at 1 o'clock up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So we'll get into that game here. But I don't know about y'all, man. I had a really tough time picking 3 college football bets. I will be sprinkling damn near, it seems like, every game. I love a lot of these lines. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's like 5 I feel pretty, good about, but I'll dial it down to 3.
I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Hey, well, that's what the other games are for, in case those start going bad. I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago, I had all 3 of them were noon games, and I was just like, oh shit. Like this is fun, but like shoot, now the rest of the day it's like I don't know what to do
Well, it's
because
funny you bring up like the board essentially, and you're like, I like that, I like that, I like that, and realize you haven't even got out of the noon slate yet.
You're
I
scrambling
like all of those.
3:30 games, so try to get your money before that. It's tough.
100%. 100%. Well, shall we just get into it? Looking at last week's, I know I will be picking last for the NFL, but fortunately, I'm covering myself in the college football realm right now. So I had a nice little 2-1 last week with Texas, Kansas State overs, and then Bama LSU over. And then, of course, I just went down with that ship and Notre Dame -3. Don't even really need to get into it a whole lot, to be honest with you. It was a game that we knew we could easily lose. Just at Clemson, that -3 really scared me. They needed backs against the wall at home. That no one, anytime Notre Dame goes to a big school like that, everyone wants to beat them up. So just didn't look good and had a couple chances, but overall really just got dominated there. Let's see, we've got Sean with a push on Ole Miss. His Deer Hokies did not cover, and then we've got Rutgers was like a point off, right? Was that 19?
Literally, yes. It was 18 and a half, and they lost by 19.
Yeah,
Just
I saw that.
absolute frustration.
Yeah. And then for a while, Max had Texas -4, FSU covering.
Oh, Max got that's a
Texas.
bad break too, Max.
Yeah.
That was rough. That was very rough because I thought I had it for a sec, and I was like, yeah, like they hit 3, and then I checked. I was like, it was 4. Or I mean, yeah, it was 3, not 4. Yeah, I thought I had 3. Right, yeah, sucked.
Well, it almost like you were kind of dead and right, but then when Texas was up 3, then Kansas State just absolutely goes down the field easily, ties it up. And it's like now you're back in business with overtime. But yeah,
is what it is. And yeah, FSU was even close too. I think it was like maybe 19 or something, but yeah.
I bet if we did like
the FSU one. I mean, I know you guys didn't watch the game. They could have lost, dude. It was like Pitt was about to go down and be up 14-0. And not gonna blast the refs here, but just a horrific, I'm gonna blast the refs, horrific no call on what should have been a face mask. So it ends up being a fumble, so no points there. I mean, they settled in late, but it was about to get super kind of scary for them early on. So I'm like, I think Pitt deserved every bit of that cover, even though it did actually get close to FSU covering near the end.
Right.
All right. Well,
BT did not. BT got their ass kicked.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Saturday was a tough betting slate, but we'll take it. A lot of good games. I guess let's just start it off. Let's start it off. I feel weird because going number 1 right now, even though we're doing the snake, I almost wish I was at that number 3 spot because I can't really decide. But I'm just gonna go out and do it. It's a team that I have been kind of like I faded a few times. I've bet on a few times. I'm kind of 50-50. But the second I looked at this line, I was like, I don't know if I'm just seeing things or what's going on, but Oklahoma State -2.5 against UCF. I know this is probably a candidate for a bounce back game. I don't know if I saw just maybe a line that I wasn't supposed to see or something, but I really like Oklahoma State. Beat Oklahoma last week in Bedlam. Yeah, they're gonna have a little bit of a letdown. UCF they're just not looking that good this year, and -2.5. Just give me Oak State -2.5, and I'm just gonna keep it moving. I think they've got a shot. I looked at it. They've got a shot to potentially make the Big 12 championship if they keep winning out. So I think they're going to have to win this game here at UCF. And I'm just double checking that it is still -2.5. Yep, still -2.5. It is at UCF, but yeah, give me Oklahoma State -2.5.
Yep. I love that. I love that so much that was my absolute hammer cock for this Saturday.
That's why I picked it one. I knew one of y'all would have it.
I might just throw everything I have on that. I'm a fucking fool for not taking +6 last weekend on the pod. I did end up taking them off the pod against Oklahoma, so that was absolutely wonderful. I know I mentioned it, but should have just thrown it on there instead of FSU. But again, dude, that was my like absolute stamp. No matter, even if both y'all took it, I'm taking it. So I'm gonna ride with you.
I like it.
Very nice. Yeah, I don't hate that at all. I mean, I'll certainly play it. I won't take it to add it on the board here. But I'm gonna go out to you guys know I love my like kind of the numbers and the stats against the spread. We're now have enough of a sample size. It's why I loved playing team like Tulane a lot at the end of last year, even a team like UConn, who's probably gonna get their ass kicked by JMU this weekend. So there are two teams tied at top for the best against the spread record. One is UNLV. Sometimes you get just a funky one in there, which is funny enough because you think, all right, if like Vegas is going to know like a non-power 5 team, they might know UNLV pretty well, plays in their backyard. The other one is they've had a QB change out of injury, not like just didn't have to make it if the QB didn't get injured, and has become a completely different team. That is the Arizona Wildcats. They are shitting on teams and almost beat Washington a few weeks ago. They go up against Colorado, kind of a dumpster fire, changed offensive coordinators last week. I don't know if a lot of these kids are going to be playing that hard the rest of these weeks. Go ahead and give me Arizona -10.5 going to Colorado.
I really like that.
I do like that as well.
Don't want to put you on the spot. Who's the QB for Zona?
It's like falafel. Do you have it in front of you? I
know I'm gonna
seen
look
him
it
on
up.
Fantrax before.
No, I was gonna look it up because I was like I had heard about this kid.
Yeah. I can pull it up real quick.
We'll see which computer's faster. Well, actually, I'll look it up while you give us your snake because you are.
Got it. I got it. I believe it's Noah Fafita, if that gives you a hint. But yeah, he's 11th in QBR this year. But I'll go back on the snake. Give me I mean, would you guys argue that was almost like Clemson's Super Bowl last week? No, Super Bowl is maybe a little bit of an overzealous word, but like that was kind of almost like throw everything in for that game.
Yeah.
Because I think so. Sneaky Georgia Tech is murdering teams of late here in the ACC. I don't know what's going on with that team, and I think they're kind of catching Clemson at the perfect time. I don't think they win this game at Death Valley, but I do think 2 touchdowns and a half is a little bit too many points against this nice little rambling wreck team. Give me Georgia Tech +14.5 and a kind of, I think, catching a sleepy Clemson. There's some probably fun drinking and some good parties in Northwest South Carolina this past week.
Oh yeah. I really like that. I was looking. I must have skimmed over that. I didn't even see that one.
It's college football. There's so many games, man.
Yeah, that's a good point. No, I love that. Yep. And I like Haynes King. I got him on my Fantrax team. He's been hitting my super flex, just casually averaging 30 a game. But yeah. All right, Max. What are you going with? 202.
2-0. I'm gonna go Ole Miss plus 10.5 against Georgia. Give me Lane Kiffin. I think it is. It's in Athens, isn't it?
Mhm.
So that is a little unfortunate, but I don't give a shit. It's kind of got that Mizzou. I mean, I had Mizzou last week. Not saying this one's more reasonable at a plus 10.5, but Ole Miss is much better than Mizzou. And I just am Lane Kiffin, dude. He's just such a guy. He's awesome. So I'm definitely gonna say. Oh, you have 11.
I was gonna say I have 11 on DraftKings right now. So,
I'll take it.
Even better.
fun fact: Ole
Look at that
Miss.
Sam line value he gives you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I'm the book now. Ole Miss 75% cover rate right now on the season.
Nice.
Yeah, I really like that. That was in the top. That if that wasn't mentioned, I was gonna make sure it was mentioned because I completely agree. I Georgia is good this year, very good. Maybe not as good as the other two undefeated teams they have had, or three. I guess they've lost like one or two games in like 3 or 4 years, it seems like. So, I mean, it's hard not to, but I think Ole Miss at least gives them a run for their money. I think it's gonna be high scoring. So
They might lose by 10. So that's
yeah, I mean, dude, take almost like any SEC game like that where you got two teams in the top 25 and you're still getting 11 points. It's kind of like, I mean, why wouldn't you?
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's not. I wouldn't say that this team is nearing that like Bama a couple of years ago where Bama would be like 18 and a half against like number 7, like Ole Miss or
Well,
something.
like against like number 15.
Yeah, yeah, and they just roll over them by like 21. I don't think George is like that.
Yeah, like they'd win like 42-21.
Yep, 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 100%.
That's not this Georgia team.
No, no. Well, you guys on round 1, we all stuck with some favorites. Round 2, so far 2 for 2 on the dogs. So I'll add to that.
We're
John,
thematic.
the way you set this up, I was actually with Zona. The way you set it up, I thought you were maybe going with a little bit different of a route, but the QB situation was where it switched it up. So I'm going with the team who you would have thought maybe beginning of the year would be running maybe the Sun Belt. They'd be looking at a potential matchup with JMU. Good program, been solid, been in the names, been on the Thursday night, Friday night, kind of that mid-major level schedule. They are covering 78% of their games right now, and they are at home against a Texas State squad who's decent, but at home, give me the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers with, I think it's still Jamie Chadwell. I think it's
Sure. Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
they must have had like a loss early or something because
I was confused why they were 2.5. That was like my big eye
Yeah.
moment of when I was looking through the slate. I was like, Coastal 2.5 at home? Like, all right, yeah, give me that.
well, they're 4-0 in their last 4. Oh yeah, Sam. I like what you're cooking up here.
Nope. I will be depending on how I'm feeling. I'm trying to.
Okay. So McCall is
3:30.
sidelined, but he hasn't played, it looks like, the last game either.
That's what. Okay, because I was thinking that I thought he was out for more than that. I was thinking
Okay.
that had been
Yeah.
solid.
Let me see if he was when they crushed Marshall. Let me see if he was playing then. Because if he wasn't, that's
Now
no, their other QB. No, they're yeah. So this isn't anything. Yeah, this guy's been out in the system for a month.
Yep. So hey, let's keep it. I think Everett Withers is still the Texas State coach. I think he's still there, old JMU coach in between Mickey Matthews and Signetti, who's the current guy. So you know what? Fuck him. Fuck Withers. And he can shove it. So yeah, give me Coastal. It's always fun getting a little mid-major in there. It is scary and it's very frustrating when you miss.
Little sicko mode play on the Sun Belt. I
Yeah,
love that.
it is. It's like when you've got all these other games, which I won't. Well, I guess I'm up next, right? So I can
You
just do that.
Yep. It's apparently GJ Kine is the head coach for Texas State. It looks like.
Oh, okay. So Withers.
Oh, Sam.
Well, I have nothing against this Kynes guy. He seems kind, but no Everett Withers. I mean, yeah, give me Coastal Carolina plus 2.5. And what I will end the snake with, we were just talking about it. There's so many other games, so I'm excited to see what you guys have for your last two, and definitely want to bring up a couple other. This one, thought about it more and more, was a little torn, but after the way they looked last week, even though Daniels went down, Jalen Milrow is that dude. I don't know if he's going to be stopped again this week. I love this Kentucky team, but they've kind of been tapering off since probably the big, like, first 5 or 6 weeks. I think they were rolling. That Missouri loss kind of hit them, and then they've just been kind of stumbling on the way here. So give me Alabama minus 11. I'm going to double check and confirm that is still the case since I last checked. But yeah, give me Bama minus 11 against Kentucky.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that
Still
too.
11.
We're big Ray Davis guys for Kentucky, but Alabama's going to stomp them.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I also, well, actually, I'll wait and see if you guys have anything, but do like the over. Over 47 is chump change.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
You
I'm kind of stuck between two. And I think I'm gonna go the one that you're gonna be like, well, yeah, why the fuck did I not take it? And that's gonna be Michigan minus 4.5 against Penn State. I made the mistake on betting Penn State against OSU.
Yep.
And I made a mistake again against a better Michigan team. 4.5 seems kind of low, but I get it. I'm guessing it's in Death Valley.
Yeah.
no, it's at Penn State.
Yeah, it's at Penn State.
Or whatever they call it. Yeah.
Happy Valley, right? Is it Happy Valley?
Happy Valley.
Death Valley's LSU or Clemson?
It's both, but
yeah, that's why I was like, I think there's like 3 Death Valleys, but yeah. Give me minus 4.5 Michigan all day.
Love it.
Love it. You know what? I was literally about to play that, but I'm gonna say
I'm sorry.
But no, don't be sorry at all. Hey, that's maybe I shouldn't have fucking won one game last week, and I wouldn't have been last to pick this round. But love the Michigan minus 4.5 pick. Well, then good, because I was, I want to get this one out here on the pod as well. You guys have mentioned this team twice already here. One talking about how they played a pretty tough Georgia last week, as well as they had a nice win earlier this year, and that is the team that is second in the SEC East right now, the Missouri Tigers, and they welcome in Tennessee for the 3:30 game on CBS. Tennessee's been looking good, but dude, I like this Missouri team. They're cleaning up well. They're I thought they played Georgia as well as any team has this year in between the hedges. I think they come out firing. When they're on, I would just pick them to win. I think it's like plus 1.5 or something. I mean, you can just give me money line, but I'll take the 1 point if they still have it. Look out for what's his first name? He's on my fantasy team, but he's definitely gonna be playing on Sundays. Cody Schrader. This kid is nice. He's 162 carries for 919 yards and 10 TDs this year, averaging almost 6 yards a rush. Beautiful.
I was actually that was literally going to be, depending on what you're picking, I was like, all right, so the one game I'm torn on. So I was going to say this one is tough, and I love that. I think that helps me kind of push on the Missouri side, because I was going to probably just flip a coin and go with whatever it ended up.
I don't really love Tennessee on the road.
I feel like they're just one of those teams who's just nasty at home.
And Missouri, Missouri, pretty good defense, and how much can I trust Milton on the other side there, especially when Missouri can just kind of shorten the game up, run the ball a lot, kind of keep the clock running.
Yeah, for sure. No, I like that
1.5.
I believe it's plus 1.5 is what it looks like.
Plus 1.5
is. I see plus 1.5.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice. Okay. Any honorable mentions from you guys? I think I already mentioned the Bama Kentucky over 47 kind of in passing. That one I really, really, really like. Bama might cover that bitch.
I gotta just start fade Maryland bet That team has just packed it up and is not playing football anymore. Nebraska lost a bye game against Michigan State last week, so I'm thinking, kind of water finds its level a little bit there. So I think Nebraska is like +1.5 against Maryland this week, kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't not mention Dub V against Oklahoma.
Yep.
+12.5.
Okay.
Coming off of two fantastic wins against not so great teams, but I think that still helps that confidence and morale of the team. I think we can easily cover. We might lose by 10. We might win. But I think we keep it close. We're looking good and we're getting points on the board. And that no matter what, like that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, you got to keep the ball moving. I mean, I think back to back 35 or more points. So I love it.
I like that. I was gonna ask about that as well. The other, so I wrote down three other ones.
No, that's right. I got a couple more for you.
Okay, so I'll go one, you go one. And then Max, if you still got more, keep them coming. FSU -14 against Miami. Yeah, I kind of love that, dude.
I think they want to destroy this Miami team.
Yep, that's exactly. I was
They also like
they're pissed off that they didn't cover 21 against Pitt.
and I think they know, they're not going to have an opportunity for a big win game, and they're at 4, and all it takes is a team who's going to get the opportunity to beat Washington beating Oregon again.
Yep.
They're going to need to start really pushing the pedal down. If they want to stay at 4, and I think that they had a chance, against you saw what Notre Dame did to Pitt, and they did do that last week. So I think they'll feel a little bit the pressure and hopefully kind of come out with their balls on fire.
Yep, love
Yeah.
that.
I did.
What are you thinking? Iowa Rutgers over under 28.
Under.
Under, baby. Come
doing
on.
It's gonna be
Oh, dude.
It's gonna be like 13-10.
Yeah.
I saw a stat. I don't know if I'll be able to find it in time, but it
Even
was
like 14-13 would cover. Like that's what's crazy. It's like I don't see it being like more than 4. Like I don't think there's more than 3 touchdowns in that game. Like I think that's what's crazy. It's gonna be a couple touchdowns and some field goals. I do like Iowa kind of in that just straight money line.
Yeah. I do too.
I mean, they might.
I think they just understand what they need to do to win football games at this time.
Yep.
No one should watch it. Just check in the box score after and collect your cash.
Agreed. Speaking of the complete opposite, I like Florida LSU over 64.5. I think what is the key on that is Daniels back? I think that's my thing.
I wouldn't think so.
Okay, if he's not back, then that's a little hesitant. That's why it's kind of on the bottom of my honorable mentions. But both teams, I mean, LSU has literally hit over in every single game so far this year, and Florida's hit it in 63% of their games. So both are big over teams. May just, if it's a Daniels thing, maybe fade that. So that was going to be my kind of contingency. If Daniels is playing, hammer the over. If he's not, then I don't know, make a judgment call, but we'll see.
Let's go. Yeah, no, I like those. I back to the Iowa Rutgers game. I'm gonna go Iowa -1 versus Rutgers. That defense, dude. I was trying to find it. Iowa's defense has allowed 284 points in the last 2 seasons.
Holy shit.
That's pretty
While
good.
USC
Oh no.
past 6 games has allowed 265.
That's insane.
Oh, no.
How nuts is that?
Yeah. They're about to be in the same conference.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so crazy how there are parts to Iowa that are elite level sides of the ball. And then there's the offense. It's like the meme of, the guy drawing the horse, and that one part of the horse is really detailed and good. And then the other is just kind of
it's a kid one.
Yeah. That's Iowa
exactly.
defense and offense right there.
Yeah. So I do love that under, and I also kind of think that they'll just, 10-7 in those.
Yeah, again, And yeah, right. Like a 14-3 win feels fine.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Rutgers didn't do anything against Ohio State. Well, actually, they had that really
They were
cool
close.
fake 4th and 1 play where they did like
Yeah,
the
that
double
was sick.
risky. Yeah, that was six.
I mean, you might as well if it's -1 for -108 versus money line for -115, you might as well just do the -1. I mean, unless they literally win by 1, which would suck, but I don't.
These teams would never dare go for 2. They stick to the fundamentals of the
Yeah,
sport.
100%. They're like, yeah, we'll figure it out later if we fall down there. The other one, speaking of other overs, opposite of the other one, Oregon USC over 75. How do we feel about that? It's either
I'm probably not going to play it, but like, that's if that hits awesome. Just
I think it's one of those
shit's
where
fun.
you don't play it, but then the second it's like 21-21 at the end of the first half, you're just like, all right, man, I probably should have played that. Or even like first quarter, it's like 30.
No, it'll be like, I'll be looking like, man, that's so many points. And the second they turn the game on, be like, holy fuck, it's tracking. Like, well, I should have just known that.
Or you wait till it gets so high that you're like, there's no way it's gonna be 112 points in this game. Let me just take the under. It's like the live lines for that Washington USC game was out of control. Like it was like 105.5, and I was just like, I don't know what to do here, man. I kind of want to take it, but I was like,
Well, they both shit the bed, yeah. Like, I think Oregon's probably gonna win that one easily. I don't know. Like that's crazy. USC went from what, like number 5, and now they're not even ranked.
Did you see? I mean, Oregon's getting like 14 points or something.
15.5. That's what I was, yeah, like that's crazy.
That is crazy.
15.5.
Yeah, Washington, Utah will be, kind of interesting too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll take Washington cover. Just, Utah's kind of feisty like that.
Yeah. I know, yeah. That's what I was like. That's
like 8 it's like 8.5 or 9.5. It's kind of right in that zone.
Yep. Great. All right. Any other college football, or shall we get into the NFL?
That's all I got.
All right. Same. Sweet. Well, doing a quick recap of where the fellas ended up last week. I'm trying to pull it up. It looks like, let's see, Sean had a nice little 3-2 weekend. Max went 4-1, and yours truly went a solid 2-3. So unfortunately, Max, you did go 4-1, but you couldn't hit the touchdown to make the touchdown parlay. We were that close. I think we've only had one other week where we've had 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Which was last week. And
I'll do like a round robin of it next time.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're 2 for 3 in the last 2 weeks. So I mean, yeah, right. Yeah, round robin does, and we'll be good. But that being said, Max, you're the leader. Where are you going with your favorite? And also, I want to throw this out for next week, maybe. Maybe we don't have to do, as long as we can do the snake. You can name your favorite dog. Like you can name one of them, but we don't have to do like favorites then dogs. Then you know what I'm saying? Like how we just do favorites dogs.
Sure. You just want to get.
We'll do it next week, but if we want to do whoever's got the first pick, take whatever. Yeah, like if your favorite pick is
your favorite pick of the board.
Yeah, exactly. Still keep everyone. You still got to have all the 5, but as long as
at that point you can't draft someone else's.
Yep, exactly. So we'll do that starting next week, but for this week, since I'm a bitch boy and I didn't say anything soon enough, Max, lead us off with your favorite.
My one and only. I mean, I like a lot, but I'm like, it's just easy money. They've been beating the fuck out of people, and that's the Baltimore Ravens -6.5 against the Browns. This team is fucking legit. That defense, absolutely legit. Lamar is looking great. I know they took him out in the 4th quarter last game, so the stats might not show it. But they're looking good. I saw Mitchell actually might not be active, so that I know he had a hell of a game last week. So that might change the odds a little bit. They might jump down to like 5.5 or something. I don't know, but give me that all day. They're gonna beat the shit. I think they already beat them by what, like 14 or
Yeah,
something.
28-3, but that was also a DTR game. So,
Well, yeah, that's fair.
but no, they did the shit of. Yeah, Max, I don't love that I live in a world right now where the Baltimore Ravens might be the best team in the NFL. I think they have to be taken seriously as a Super Bowl contender at this point. If you just are looking at the box score, it's not necessarily going to show that Lamar Jackson is playing the best quarterback he's ever played in the NFL. I mean, he's throwing passes that, if Mahomes, Josh Allen did these, like we would just, rave it and talk about it. And I don't know, I won't get into, it doesn't seem like he gets always that type of shine on that. They don't have him running as much. The Monken offense looks like it's going. They're a wagon right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's too little of points. Like you said, for probably the best team in the NFL, if not top two easily.
And you look at Ravens are letting up only 13.8.
Yeah, that's
game.
I would have
There's
mentioned
no
by far the best
way
defense in the NFL right now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't have the stat in front of me. I'm pretty sure they're number 1 or 2 in sacks on the season. And I'm pretty sure they are number 1 because they had like 1 billion sacks last game. Their defense only lets up 13.8 points a game.
Yeah. That guy like Stover, the safety, has had a pick in 5 straight games.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, just when you think that the Ravens defense is, kind of slipping a little bit and it's all on Lamar to score, is the year that they just roll out one of the best defensive pass rushes and run stopping defenses that you have. So 100% love that. Was my number 2 and probably would have been my number 1 if I wasn't hesitant about just riding them. I feel like I've been rolling with them for a while now, and now it's just like, all right, when are they gonna have that kind of letdown loss? Ooh, excuse me. That each NFL team has, where it's like, oh, the Niners are rolling, and then they just get beat by someone, and you're just like, oh shit. It's like it's about that time where I start kind of second guessing. But I mean, do we have is it Watson? Do we have any status on that?
Yeah, I imagine we watched.
He's playing. Okay.
He played fine, but that was against the Cardinals.
Still getting -6.5 with that being said too. So yeah, I love that pick. I will be playing that for sure. So Sean, where are you going with your favorite?
I'm gonna go, dude. Love the Josh Dobbs story. Love what the Vikings did. That was awesome last week. Hey, Steeler legend, Josh Dobbs, my guy. But I like Cinderella. Sometimes the clock strikes midnight. I think they'll do fine and be able to get into a playoff race with him. But give me the Saints going on the road there. Both these teams are 5-4. Both of them, pretty hungry for a win. Saints actually are above 500 away from the Superdome this year, so not too much of an issue for them. -3. I think this is kind of a get right game for them. If you ask any Saints fan, I bet they were not happy the way that Bears game went. Yeah, they got the victory, but they let the Bears continue to sniff around for a long time when they had 5 turnovers. No offense to the Bears, we're taking.
Oh yeah, you're good.
But yeah, I think give me a Saints kind of bounce back and give me the Vikings to kind of clock strike midnight, at least for this week.
Yep. I like that. I might have a different opinion here in a second, but I like it. What I'll be going with is I'm just double checking the lines and making sure they're still a favorite, because they started kind of getting teetering down. And I hate doing it because I don't like making a pick that potentially could be like a dog, or when they start out at like +1.5 and then by Sunday they're favorites. We can't control that. But what we do is we take what we can on Thursday night and we work with it. I really like what Will Levis has done with the Titans. I think he's come off on a great start, but Bucks got an absolute ball-busting loss last week against the Texans. I think Baker is one of those guys where, yeah, he might not throw for like 1 billion yards this game, but he's going to come out pissed off because they should have had that game. He's going to be kicking himself for that. Offense was rolling. They scored 37 points last week, and I just don't think the Titans can keep up with that. I like what if you look at, and it sucks to say, I don't like saying it, but on paper, you look at the defense that the Bucks have, like, yeah, they let up 39 to Stroud. They've been really solid aside from that game. I mean, you got so many guys on that defense. Vitavea, you've got like Carlton Davis, you've got Antoine Whitfield, got a couple guys banged up, but Devin White's always there, Shaq Barrett, those guys. So give me Tampa Bay -1. Not gonna go with the bigger lines. There's definitely some I like that I'll play. But yeah, just give me Tampa. I think it's a get right game for Tampa and still got a chance at winning this division. So I think they're trying to kind of get there. Ugly ass game overall. I can't tell you what the score will be, but had to take Tampa.
Like it. Like it.
Yeah, get that little redemption.
Yep. Yep. And I guess are we doing snake on NFL too?
Sure.
All right. So, oh god damn it. Well, I didn't really think this part through. I am torn on a couple things. I'm torn between two, and so I'm just gonna talk it through and make a decision here. I love the Minnesota slander. Even last week, and I went with Minnesota, barely covered that shit. Off of a Josh Dobbs comeback.
They would not have covered if they left.
No, they would have lost by half a point. At 3, I had +3.5 with the Vikings. However, out of just respect to Sean, out of respect to hating the Vikings and not picking them in this goddamn thing, I'm gonna go with the team that also is kind of sneaky, gotten a little hype. Team they're playing is bouncing back. However, they are rolling. I don't think San Francisco is going to be able to bounce back as well as they can. So give me the Jaguars +3 in San Fran. I love it. I think it's one. I try and think of one bet on this slate that it's like, I feel kind of crazy taking it, but I know there's going to be one game that it's going to be like all the money's going to be on San Fran -3. And I think Jacksonville comes in. And I think they could probably push the game. I think it could easily be like a Jake Moody 20-yard field goal. And Shanahan's just kind of like running down the last quarter to kind of go ahead and win by 3. But give me the Jags in the off chance that they look as good as they have in most of their games. Maybe aside from 1 or 2. But yeah, give me that. I'll ride the Jags right now for a little bit.
That was my top pick. Love the Jags. Jags. But I'll go I guess because we don't want a coffee, right? Or I know we've done that in the past. I don't know if we
Yeah,
that's right. I'll go another round.
I'm gonna try not to, yeah.
Yeah. Because I know there's also one too that who knows where the number is by the time it gets there. But give me the Raiders +1 on Sunday night against the Jets. The Jets are going to change nothing on their offense. And if that's the case, I think Max Crosby is going to make life hell. I think O'Connell is all right enough. I don't think this game's going to be pretty. I don't think it's going to be fun. But if they can win 16-13, then I'm a happy winner.
Yep. I love that. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, no, yeah, I had them last week as well. I don't know why people thought Giants had a chance, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that
it's
I
a new
thought the Giants had a chance. I'm a stupid bitch.
yeah, no, new team again. You're right. Max Crosby, absolute dog, was smoking a backwood on live TV in the locker room. I don't know if you guys saw that. That definitely not a cigar. There's no shot that was a cigar. And I love it. He's a dog. But I'm gonna go back to back. Seahawks just got completely embarrassed. Geno, little bit questionable. The commies, dude. Sam Howell is he's getting it.
Dude, he's nice.
Dude, he's getting in a rhythm. They've got a good surrounding core around him with McLaurin and Dotson and Brian Robinson. Defense, they lost Sweat. But they still got their boys. And give me that 6.5 all day. I can't see them not covering that, even winning, dude. They look good. They
They're-
look good.
it's hard. I feel like
Yeah.
to give like a big number against the commies because like they have a floor like in their points. Like with Hal in the offense, they're gonna score at least like 21 or 24.
Yep.
Then
Yeah.
the other team has to outscore that. And Gino's kind of been asked the last few weeks.
They got their ass beat by Baltimore.
Oh my god, they got embarrassed.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle's still what 5-3, or maybe
Yeah, 5-3.
yeah, but still Gino, like, yeah, he's just not the same comeback player we saw last year. Yeah.
Max, can I? And I apologize for everyone, real quick for this set. Connor Bedard 6 goals this year.
Yeah, he just got his 6th, then his
Yeah.
12th.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
God damn. All
Yeah.
right. Back to the regular schedule.
I bet him.
That's
and I meant to
crazy. I
say-
didn't realize he had 6 goals already.
Yeah. I
Oh
bet,
my
dude, I've
God.
been betting him almost every game. Like every other game I'll bet him, and I've hit it probably 4 times.
Oh
So,
shit.
But yeah, I bet him tonight. And
Also, low key, I know I'll keep it to the end of the hockey talk. The Canucks are nice.
Canucks
That's
are
what I
super.
haven't heard
I love
that.
that team. That team is actually awesome.
I love when they wear those alternate, almost like kind of those black and gold jerseys. Like like Jack Hughes, like gonna be a hard, MVP trophy candidate, but his brother, when he was out there, what a year to start for a defenseman. But all right. Sam's gonna get mad at us real quick, but I just wanted to get that out.
I can only contribute so much. What was Bedard's anytime goal score today?
It plus 160, which recently has been pretty
Which is
much.
crazy for like a rookie.
Dude, that's what it's been sitting at. It started off like 210, 200.
Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah, it's been sitting 160, 165, and I'm gonna keep doing it. But yeah, I love
He's got to be like Erling Holland over here, minus him and Erling Holland and Christian McCaffrey and Harry Kane, minus like 250.
yeah.
I love it. Let's see, what do we got? Max, you are on the over side.
I'm on the over and my one and only, and I'm glad I'm first. 48.5 for Detroit and the LA Chargers.
He is glad that he's. I gotta go back to the drawing board.
Dude, yeah, they both put up points. Defense lacks in both areas for both teams. So give me that all day. Chargers have looked solid. I mean, granted they played the Bears and beat the fuck out of them, but Keenan Allen. How about Keenan Allen? That old man.
Oh yeah.
He's coming out saying it. He's like, don't fucking count me out. I'm still a top 10, 15 wide receiver, 15. So he's been looking good, and Herbert's been looking better. So there'll be some points.
I mean, golf. I mean, dude, you look at forget what it was with the Chargers. They've given up a ton of points though on defense. They give up. They give up like 22 a game, and they really haven't had that tough of a schedule. I know 22 doesn't sound a lot, but they really haven't had that tough of a schedule. Both teams average over 25 a game. And I think the Lions coming off a bye, Jared Goff's going to just be slinging the ball around. You got David Montgomery back too, right?
Yep, he's back.
Yeah, so I think that's a big that'll help out. Maybe not good for the Jahmyr Gibbs fantasy folks, aka myself, but that's okay. My team sucks ass anyways.
I also have David in another one, so
I have Bijan and Montgomery or Bijan and Gibbs in one league, and they make me sad. Bijan just doesn't feel like playing. I don't know if anyone has that Atlanta Arizona game picks, but Bijan absolutely crushing me, man.
That's tough, man.
Yeah, someone's got to draft him.
you draft him that high.
I feel bad for those folks. All right, I will go. I feel bad for Frankfurt, cool city. There's a U.S. Air Force base there. Actually, my parents lived there for a little bit. We gave them what could have been game of the year, and it was a good game, but like, they didn't get to see as many points as I feel like we properly should have. For it seemed like a fun fan base. They're singing, they're having a good time, they're just being German and drinking beers and stuff, singing country roads. So let's give them a good some points this week. Let's come on Indianapolis, come on New England. Neither of these teams scream fireworks or anything like that, but I'm just funky things happen. Give me over 42.5 in the Colts Patriots. Colts are actually 6-3 this year against their over unders. So they quietly yeah. I mean, they get defensive touchdowns. They can get Jonathan Taylor touchdowns, Zach Moss touchdowns. Maybe Minshew will be in his bag. I don't know. We'll see.
I dig it. I was kind of like,
I mean, Max got a good pick with the Detroit Chargers.
yeah, dude, Indiana.
Well, I was gonna say you could hop on because usually when me and you do an over under and we have the same one.
I know. That's all right. I'm gonna go with the Sanctity starting. We've done well.
Well,
Yeah.
Just know that I will bet that too, Max.
apparently, whose job's on the line in Germany, right? You guys hearing that?
I no, I'm sure that's
Don't even tell me.
a talk show has to, because
Boston Globe, the Boston Globe.
I mean, they gotta,
said,
they 7 days a week they gotta fill with something. It's great to whoever has to read that.
Could you imagine? I mean, I hope that if Belichick got let go in Germany, I hope that Brian Gutekunst would fire LaFleur, fly to Frankfurt, take Belichick out to dinner, and say, "I'll give you whatever you fucking want." Sam Carlin will sell his one singular share to you in order to
I'll
get
give you my share too.
Yeah, Max will do it. Emma will do it.
He's gonna get 2 shares.
He's gonna get 2 whole shares from the Packers to be able to run that team. I think that's fucking hilarious. I guess like Kraft is I don't know if any of that's actually has any merit to it, but it's a get right game for New England, so maybe that offense gets rolling. Gardner Minshew's always a good time, so I love that over on that. Why not?
Inhumane.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do a little double dip. I don't like to do it, but gonna go with the Jags and Niners over 45 this week. I think that Niners defense good. I think Jacksonville's gonna put up a couple points. I think it's gonna be like honestly, it's probably gonna be like a 28-24. It's gonna be something right around there. There's gonna be an extra field goal in there, maybe a defensive touchdown or something that keeps the game close. But yeah, I think over.
I think it's the only game this week
good.
where the two teams playing against each other are either 500 or above in their over record.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
It's just funny because when I first looked at that game, it kind of looked at me as like it would be tough, but maybe not. I mean, the 49ers defense has been really weak lately.
Yep. And I mean, you add up, just not that it makes all the sense, but you add up their points per game. I mean, Niners averaging 27, Jags 24, so clears the over by a couple.
That's boy math right there.
That's just simple degenerate math. So yeah, give me that. I don't like to double dip, but I think that if the Jaguars are going to be at a +3 and they're going to keep it close with the Niners, it's probably going to be a little bit more of a higher scoring game than people expect. So go with that on the over. I would actually like to yeah, I guess I'll do it just because I don't really know what else to do. I was gonna defer my under pick because I can't make a decision, but I'll make it. Minnesota, New Orleans under 41. It's just
that's fine. That's
it.
all.
That's all I have. Stink
Yeah.
fest. That's all I wrote.
All right. So Sam, so where they're at, I think it's about time we have the discussion. So,
Oh gosh,
Packers are coming into Pittsburgh this week. Both teams, I don't know. I would say fan base is not too happy. One though, at least I guess nothing else does have a winning record right now.
does not for sure.
That's before I okay. I mean, my pick is going to be under the what is it 38-39 in Pittsburgh, yeah, Pittsburgh Green Bay. But what are you thinking right now? I mean, I can start first, I guess. And
Yeah, you go.
just it's
Clearly under. We both agree.
yeah, clearly no, not even the under. Like the game for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just I'll start from the Steelers side of things where I feel really bad just wasting phenomenal defensive efforts week in and week out. I mean, if the team just got to about like 20, 21 points, they would win, or almost every single game this week. The defense on the field for so much longer because 3 and outs. We finally scored on our first drive last week, something that we hadn't done, I think, since 2019. Deontay Johnson scored a touchdown. Last person who threw him a touchdown was Ben Roethlisberger. Maybe Kenny Pickett's a little bit, got his ribs okay. I'm comfortable saying he's not the guy, but he's the guy right now. So I just need him to carry on. I'm not making any sort of picks in this game. If you're a Steelers fan and trying to, work your way into the playoffs and you're looking at the rest of the schedule, this certainly is a must-win game against a Packers team that, is probably not playing up to the standards that they like to see right now. It's not going to be fun. It's probably not going to show up on Red Zone much. Again, that's why I picked the under here, but I'm hoping the defense can make enough plays, cause a couple turnovers, and maybe some fourth quarter heroics from the offense to get this going. Hoping for a big use of Jaylen Warren. I can go without the kind of George Pickens sideshow, but we also probably could get him the ball a little bit more than we have the last few weeks. But just whatever fucking wins the game. Matt Canada be on the sideline. Maybe that helped last week, so we'll see. But pass the baton to you.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be tough because I think that overall, like, defense has been solid for y'all. Defense has been solid for us. I mean, just for the sake of betting, I'm looking at the first half over under is 19. As we mentioned very briefly earlier, your team, the Steelers and Kenny Pickett, are a second half AK, or maybe even just a fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, second half is lenient.
Yeah. Packers are the same boat. They literally don't score in the third quarter, and then they score like 18 in the fourth quarter. So I really love an under 19 first half. Over under on the Packers. I think it's just a touchdown each, and then maybe a field goal or maybe 2 field goals, and that's what kills us. But just looking at it, I think what helps is is Minka playing? I think
I don't think so.
I think that helps. I think
that absolutely helps.
I think what's going to be big is just seeing what Love's able to do in the passing game. I think Dylan will get 50, 60 yards, probably on like 12 carries. Yeah, probably 15 carries, maybe, might be more. I don't know why we hand the ball off so much to Dylan. I hope the case is that they go more on Aaron Jones now that he's more healthy. But I don't know, man. I'm looking, and also it looks like the odds for the first half are plus minus 2.5. We're at the +3 mark. I think it's going to be pretty tight throughout the entire game. I don't see there being a whole lot of lead changes. I think it's going to be one team I think the Steelers will probably be slowly stringing along the Packers. And I think come fourth quarter is when they'll start clicking. I don't know why the Packers decided to make adjustments in the fourth quarter and not the third quarter or the second quarter. But I completely agree with your under. I think that was my number 2. I was kind of torn between the two, decided to just stay away from Green Bay altogether. I don't know, man. I am torn. I don't think it's looking good, but at 3, as you know, the Steelers, they don't like to blow out teams. And so I think there's always going to be a door open. That's just going to be like, hey, if you want, maybe, we're up 10 and you got Jordan Love driving with like 6 minutes left, right? And got to make a play, maybe make a touchdown, and we got to make a stop. Probably won't. And then it'll end right at 3. I don't know, man. I think you just look at Packers are so young. Like, I know the Steelers are young too, but like, I'm looking at just like guys to score.
Yeah, I
And it's
think
like
you're
Aaron
the
Jones, and then it's like everyone else is a
you and
rookie.
the you and the
second.
Rams are the youngest teams in the NFL.
Yeah. So not expecting a whole lot. I think Musgrave should be back. I think that'll be big. I
I
like
got
the
it.
big Gabe from Jaden Reed. I think he's gonna be sneaky solid this game. But other than that, I mean, I think it's gonna be, I mean, I think realistically it's probably gonna be like 2017 Pittsburgh, if I had to guess.
Mhm.
But I will be definitely watching and hoping that Jordan Love can prove me wrong, as that's kind of just been the theme all season. It's kind of like, all right, well, how's Jordan Love feeling? So we shall see. I think y'all's secondary is banged up with Minka out, but generally not the greatest secondary. The pass rush
Yeah.
and kind of that front seven is y'all's bread and butter. So that's I'm more worried about how y'all. I think the biggest thing is how y'all's front seven is against our O line. If Love doesn't have much time to throw, then there's not going to be much for us to do. But I think that's going to y'all's defense versus our offensive line, I think is
Yeah,
the
that'll be to watch. I mean, if teams have time to throw against the Steelers, you can pick apart. Certainly back there. It's been tough on number one wide receivers ever since Patrick Peterson took the job. He's got one of the highest, or I should say, lowest like ratings against him. Not among rookies, but among any. Hasn't allowed a touchdown against him yet. So his side of the field's been good, but there's other ways you can come. Demonte Casey is kind of the safety in for Minka right now. Minka looks like he's not going to play. Cam Hayward might play as well, but we got a couple Wisconsin guys. Just for inside the game, Keanu Benton has been great at defensive tackle. I'm sure it would mean a lot to him. I don't know if he's from Wisconsin, but to get a sack or make a big play against the Packers, maybe same with Nick Hegberg too. Kind of baby TJ on outside, but yeah, that's enough about that. I'll kick it over to Max now, especially as I know we're getting closer to game time, so we can wrap up.
It's all good. I know that would be a big one. Sure you guys will be betting a little six or something on that. Be a fun game. It will be
Get back on
interesting.
our rose bet. I forgot to give Sam when he was up here.
Oh yeah, yep. Get that back. Yeah, why not? Hey, we're getting into red wine season though.
Well, fine. We'll just play wine, and the winner gets to choose. Stupid bitch.
Sure. Yeah. My under was the Pitt Green Bay game, so I absolutely do love that as well. But I'm going to switch to another 39 total, and that's going to be Tennessee, Tampa. I could see it definitely kind of getting out of hand and maybe going a little over. But just the way those two have kind of been playing, granted, Levis's first game had 4 tutties, but that's not going to happen again. It's going to be like a 2017 type game, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yep. I like it too. I had it down here. Yep.
It's 2 subpar teams.
And I normally would have said something about Cleveland, Baltimore, but I'm worried that I know Cleveland's defense is really good, but I'm worried that there could actually be a good amount of points in that game.
Exactly. I was like, ooh, but I was like, no, I just watched the Ravens score like 37 points back-to-back weeks.
Yep. Yeah. And the Browns quietly average over, I think, 20 points a game too.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
Actually, that's a little preview for something later.
Ooh. Yeah, I like it.
All right.
I'll type it in.
You got the under. Now you got the prop. Yeah. If you want to type that in.
My prop, talked about him earlier. I'm also double dipping Sam. It's gonna be Sam Howell. 1.5 passing tutties over. It's at plus 100.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
what? There's no shot he doesn't get 2 passing tutties.
Hell yeah.
No
Hell
shot. Yeah, dude. Come on.
yeah.
1.5 for plus 100. I mean, shit, man.
You would have hit in 3 of the last 5 games.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's
Maybe he could
rolling.
have had 2 in the New England game, but he did a stupid rookie, not rookie play. I know he's not a rookie, but threw an interception at the end of the half.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Amateur play.
I'm gonna go. I've won on this prop before. It's the fuck Marlon Humphrey, you're a little bitch play. I do think your team's good, but I hate you. Give me Amari Cooper over 53.5 yards. He's been kind of awesome this year. He has like 4 or 5 100-yard games. And yeah, I mean, this could even be almost like when I won Amon-Ra prop against the Ravens. It's not how I thought it was. It was just they were so much in like garbage time that they were able to rack up so many yards. So I think there's a couple ways I can do this, but I'll take Amari Cooper over 53.5 yards.
I like it.
Ooh.
I like that a lot. I was trying to think. I like Amon-Ra St. Brown over receptions. I thought about doing that. I had a couple QB props, but ultimately I'm gonna go with the dude who's I guess what I'm hoping is that his team doesn't just start steamrolling his opponent, the Giants, that being so that he gets enough touches to make this prop. Give me CD Lamb over 77.5 reception yards.
Why is it like that he just started realizing his last few weeks? He's like, I have CD Lamb on my team.
Yeah, right. Like it was literally just like I was like, I've been waiting in fantasy. I drafted him early. I've been like,
holy shit. 117, 158, and 191 in his last 3.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
God.
So I think I understand 77.5, whatever. Like, yeah, he's bound to have some regression. Not this week, not against the shitty ass Giants after they just had a not so fun loss against the Eagles. So I think it's a get right game for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's I like it. What's his number at again?
77.5.
Too low.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is
Honestly,
too
I
low.
bet you I'm willing to bet a lot of money that that's going to be at like 83.
Yeah, this is
84.
right. Like sometimes a Thursday can hurt you, but I think more often than not it helps you. This is
Yep.
no way that doesn't go up.
Yeah.
When more and
100%.
more people go like, wait, it's only that?
Yep, exactly. They're trying to get people on the early week shit. It's like, all right, what do we got going on here? So, yep, I'll go with that. To start off our TD parlay, I'm gonna go with the it's got to do with some Germany. It's got to do with a running back over in Germany. It's gonna be Jonathan Taylor minus 120. Try not to overcomplicate it. I want to hit a goddamn parlay here soon. I think JT has kind of taken back that backfield for Indianapolis. And yeah, so I think he's gonna get one. Got to get a touch around the goal line. So
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Nice. My TD is gonna be you guys will miss this name because I used to use him in my prop every single last week. But let's get back to old handy Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon only 3 touchdowns on the year, but in fact, 2 of them have come in the last 2 games. He scored in each, and we haven't talked about this game yet, but they're playing Houston. Shout out to I think we all deserve a real quick
Oh yeah.
quick tip of the cap to Stroud. Dog, if you're a Panthers fan, you're sick to your stomach right now. This feels like it could have been. I know we didn't talk about it in the over, but I get over tendency in this game. Texans are like we score a lot. We also let up a good amount of points too, and I feel that the Bengals are starting to hit their stride, move the ball down the field, get a nice running catch down to like the 3, and next play just stuff it in with Mixon. So give me the Joe Mixon. Not playing the catches, but just a touchdown.
like it.
Dude.
You need me to get that. I get you the line too.
Try to pull
Oh,
it.
it's what they don't have it up yet, but I bet we'll look at it. I imagine it's around the same like 120, like Taylor.
Yep. We can say I'll see if I can pull that up on a different app. Max, where are you going with yours?
I'm gonna go. Damn it. I guess I'm double dipping again. I didn't even think about it. Give me Zay Flowers. It's plus 190. So it's a little. I just might be the guy to ruin it again, unfortunately. But he's due for one. Odell Beckham got his first one as a Raven last week, and Zay's been a smidge bit quiet, a little too quiet. and I just that rookie is just something else. And I had him on our fantasy for college last year, and he won. Well, not our league, but my other league. He basically carried me, dude. He averaged probably 37 points a game for Boston College, and that dude's a monster.
He was
He's gonna
unreal
get his.
on a terrible BC team. Freaking Jerkovich was throwing him passes, and that guy got benched this year. That's how good Zay Flowers was.
He's now a fucking tight end.
He's not even a quarterback anymore.
Ooh,
That man has been everywhere. He committed to Notre Dame, then committed to Bama, and then went to Boston.
Even
and then
before
went
Notre
to
Dame, he
Pitt.
had like verbally committed to Alabama. We do not even bring his name up.
yeah, no, we don't.
That's true. He doesn't deserve it, even for our crowd.
Oh, hold up.
Crowd,
Yo, am
yeah.
I okay on that minus 130 or is that too much?
No, you're good. So that's on.
I don't. That's
Remember, parlay.
I bet
It could be
another.
minus 200.
I bet that's lower on another book as we get closer.
Well, yeah. So the only one that's pulling up is Caesars, and also it's got just Jonathan Taylor at plus 100, and Zay. The reason why the parlay is so high is because it's got Zay Flowers up plus 300, which is crazy.
But Darwin's a fucking animal, bruh.
All right.
Second goal of this game. Sorry.
Hey, buddy.
Wait, Bedard?
He just scored.
Oh,
Again?
my gosh.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh,
Yeah. Well, it's kind of an own goal, but he.
Hey, man.
goal's a goal.
You get so many goals, you got to pick up a couple fun ones, a couple cheap ones like that.
So I just parlayed our three: Mixon, Jonathan Taylor, and Zay Flowers. We're at plus 1,300. So I think that's a beautiful setup right there.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. So I think we're in good shape. I mean, we'll update it as it changes, but I think we're all in good shape. So love these. Any other plays or anything else that you guys wanted to throw out, that over, under, favorite dog, props, anything that you guys wanted to throw out that might not have made the cut, but you think's worth letting the people know?
Dude.
I think Colts -2 is too low.
I like that too.
Yeah. Like
To Max's point, Stroud, or one of y'all were saying Stroud, has been rolling over 251.5 passing against Cincinnati. I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, Jets, Raiders under 37. That's a poop fest. Those were about the only other ones that I
I'm
didn't.
trying to say that gives me 29 points total.
Yeah, so it's no Rutgers, Iowa, but it'll be close.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shit.
Max, I'm already off to a bad start in our Fantrax matchup tonight. I benched the Louisville running back Jawar Jordan as he was questionable, and he had 50 yards in their first drive. And the UVA wide receiver I have has one catch it for -2 yards. It's early, but it's not trending well.
No,
Dude, that I love just being able to do college fantasy, but Fantrax does not know shit. You gotta definitely do
No,
something.
dude. I've literally gone to like gone to Twitter before. So I'm just like searching guys' names up to the get it up.
it's crazy.
It
mean,
is.
Now that you guys are mentioning it, I'm like checking my lineup. I'm like, did I start anyone who's like out for the season yet? Like, that's what I always. It's like one guy will be out, and I'm just like, fuck. So
Yeah.
we shall see. We
Beautiful.
shall.
Beautiful.
All right, well, if that's it, you guys have a great weekend. Let's. I know we'll be doing a little sixer on Mr. Steelers and Packers on Sunday, so or bottle of wine, bottle of vino.
Figure it out.
Max, good luck to your Bears tonight. Good luck
Good luck to your Bears tonight, Max.
And let's have some winners this weekend, fellas.
I'm feeling good. I think we all picked very well.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
And we always pick very well on Thursday.
Yes, we do.
Then we have to look at the previous Thursday.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Sunday, Monday night comes around.
I gotta get these Cole Kmet over bets in.
Yes. Cole Kmet overs. I
He's
think
scoring a tutty.
I think the Bears got him.
Cole Kmet tutty. Put that 50% profit.
Cole
boost.
Kmet first touchdown, maybe risk-free parlay. Who knows? Love it, love it, love it. All right, fellas. As always, it's a pleasure.
Absolutely, guys. Good.
We all
man,
got
good
some
luck on
winners,
Sunday,
and we'll
Sam.
talk
Absolutely.
next week.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.